Hello, race fans. Welcome back to the NASCAR Kellogg's Truck Series. Okay, so the way the season's been unfolding, there are 7 races left in the season. If I have done my math correctly, including this one? Yes. In this place we were at, of all places to be, it's New Hampshire. I don't even remember who won last time out. Which was at Richmond, I believe. But anyway, we gotta go through the starting lineup for today's race, the Mobil 1 200. Alright, it was Andre the Giant who won last time out. Anyway, on pole, Jacob Rose. What a shocker. Also a shocker, next to him is Steve Park. Then you got Solid Snake. He's in a row. Alongside of him, also in a row, Tommy Chong. Meatloaf, Gilbert Gottfried. They'll be starting 5th and 6th. Daniel Bruhl, Larry Hagan in his normal scheme. Then Lionel Richie and Tom Clancy round out your top 10. Then there's Lemmy Koopa, second in points. He's starting on the outside of Lin-Manuel Miranda. There's your points leader right behind him, A.J. Jones, to the outside of Steve Carell. There's Dan. He's next to Maurice White. All Might, Gatlin, Downey, Bill, Joel, Martin Freeman. Dwayne Johnson, he's next to Weird Al Yankovic. There's Peter Onjak. He's next to Billy Preston, who's third in points. He's just barely within a race of the points lead. He's got to get max points, though, and he'd need A.J. Jones to get minimum points, and Lemmy Cooper also to not do extremely well. Tyler Ankrum, he's next to 0-2, then James Young and last week's winner, Andre the Giant. Miranda Cosgrove will be next to Frank Sinatra. Then it's Peter Gabriel, Buddy Lazier, Hilda. No, not Hilda. Yeah, Hilda and Shade Eves. Taylor Goldsmith, whose band Dawes is putting out a new album next month. Good luck with whatever you're doing. Alex Biniaco, Nicolas Cage, and Wayne Brady. The rest of your field. 4th place in points, I forget who that is. It might be Snake. I think is just one, pretty much is exactly one full race, I believe. No, he's a little bit closer. Behind Preston. New Hampshire, we haven't gone to New Hampshire in this series in a while. Anyway, we're going to go trackside here in a second for the Command the Fire engine. No, we have not gone here since 2017 when Christopher Bell won. Anyway, here's the most famous words in all of motorsports. Engines are fired. This is the 21st truck race. Here, in the previous 20, Kyle Busch won 3 times. Oh, coincidentally, the 51 is starting on pole. Ron Hornaday Jr. also won here 3 times. and several other people. Jay Sauter, Andy Houston, Dennis Setzer, Kurt Busch, Jack Sprague, Terry Cook, Jimmy Spencer, Travis Quapple, Rick Crawford, Johnny Benson Jr., Cole Custer, Austin Dillon, and William Byron have also won here. We're going to see a new winner today. We're going to find out who's going to become the, I believe, 17th different winner in this track's history in this series. Green flag is out. We are racing in the Mobil 1 200 here at New Hampshire. Three wide going into turn one. Steve Park might get a run off the high side as Snake tries to take the point. Park actually clears Rose. And after having a not good luck at all in his previous starts, it is Steve Park leading here. Solid Snake up the second. Oh, contact in the corner! Lemmy Koopa and Clancy. Little bit of help from Lin-Manuel Miranda. Lemmy Koopa still staying ahead of the 9. That's his goal. This almost seems to be an outside track favoring the outside somehow. Rose getting a good run off of Gilbert Gottfried. Now Tommy Chong. Chong taking a swipe as Solid Snake was looking for a second for the lead. Now AJ Jones trying to get to the has gotten to the inside of Lemmy Koopa. Can he make that move work? Certainly looking like it. Lemmy Koopa coming back on the high side. He's getting a run. Now Dan in the middle, 3 wide. Oh, Gar! Into the wall is Weird Al. Durakin. Oh, more spinning. Miranda Cosgrove, Shade Eves. Oh, Lemmy Koopa was ahead of AJ Jones at the line. So let's go back and see what brought out this. So it's Johnson. It looks like Onjak gets into the 21 of Weird Al, sends him around. That's all they wrote up here. But first, Buddy Lazier ends up in the racing line of Miranda Cosgrove. Hooks her in a 0-2. Meanwhile, Nicolas Cage bumps Shade Eves into Peter Gabriel. Taylor Goldsmith also involved. Zier Binyako. So you see Cosgrove going down pit road. Appears to be the only truck taking advantage. Oh, and it wasn't damage repair, it was a splash of fuel. Remember, this race is the same race as the Milwaukee truck race, and we saw how that crazy race turned out. Could we see the same thing happen today? Steve Park, currently your leader after 6 laps complete, working on completing the last lap. The 7th lap under the Ford F-150 pace truck. Solid Snake's running second behind Park. Then Jacob Rose, Gilbert Godfrey, Tommy Chong round out your top 5. The rest of the top 10, Meatloaf, Daniel Bruhl, Larry Hagan, Lionel Richie, and Lin-Manuel Miranda. Mechanical failure. Taylor Goldsmith blowing up from 31st spot. And he's out. Rough luck. Camshaft issue. Anyway, Lemmy Koopa runs ahead of championship rival A.J. Jones. Koopa 11th. Jones 12th. Tom Clancy 13th. Steve Carell 14th. Maurice White 15th. And Dan, Gatlin Downey, Billy Joel, Martin Freeman, and All Might, your top 20. And Peter Onjak, Tyler Ankrum, James Young, Billy Preston, Hilda, 02, Wayne Brady, Andre the Giant, Nicolas Cage, Frank Sinatra, Peter Gabriel, Buddy Lazier, Alex Biniaco, Shade Eves, Dwayne Johnson, Weird Al Yankovic, and Miranda Cosgrove. You're running trucks, I should say. We're going to get restarted here on lap 10. There's McDonald's ads. Fastest lap so far this race was set by the 03 of Meatloaf. Then Larry Hagan, Steve Park, Daniel Bruhl, and Tommy Chong round out the top 10 in that regard. Field pacing now at about 50 mile an hour. Back of the field at 54 somehow. 51 now. Interesting line for the pace car to take in the pit road as we're going to go get back green here in the Mobil 1 200. Already we got drivers jumping out of line to make moves. The teammates of Tommy Chong and Gilbert Godfrey trying to get around Jacob Rose. Meanwhile, Dan and Billy Joel are teammates and they're working together on the high line back here. Meanwhile, James Young trying to pass his teammate, Tyler Ankrum. Steve Park continues to lead. He's led every lap so far, all 11. Now Gilbert Gottfried going for second on Solid Snake. Almost clears, but Snake will get a run. Meanwhile, Lemmy Koopa trying to pass Lin-Manuel Miranda to the outside. He's trying to put some space in between himself and A.J. Jones. Drag race for second. Snake held it at the line. Gottfried might get it this time. Yes, he's clear. Gilbert Gottfried officially in the position number 2. Now it's the 94 of Dan who set the fastest lap of the race. 31.8. Lemmy Koopa into the top 10. AJ Jones trying to grab 12th from Steve Carell, or is he trying to hold on to 13th from Maurice White? I don't know. Oh, 3 wide behind him. Downey, Dan, and Clancy. Oh, contact! Little bit of a bump between the 98 and 94. Doesn't look like anything further will come of it, though. There's Jones once again. Interesting battling in the midfield here. Now Carell trying to go around the outside of Lin-Manuel Miranda. This is going to allow AJ Jones to catch back up. Nice wad of cars here fighting for 11th. Miranda clears Carell. Well, maybe not. Now Gilbert Gottfried set the fastest lap of the race. Reminder that NASCAR Vernors Cup Series will come here tomorrow. They'll race here tomorrow, I should say. Gottfried now trying the outside since Solid Snakes to his inside. Tommy Chong just trying to figure out where to go from here. Take a zoom through the field. See. Battle now for 7th, Brule and Hagen. Oh, Brule is going to keep the spot. Now Ryan Ritchie, that's Brule's teammate, trying to hold off Lemmy Koopa for 9th. Hagen. Snake underneath Gottfried for 2nd. Rose had a look for 4th. Oh, gonna be 3 wide! Carell and Lin-Manuel Miranda both to the inside of Lemmy Koopa. I thought there was gonna be a spin there for a second. I thought the 41 was gonna tag the 50 in the left rear corner panel, but it didn't happen. Meatloaf trying to push the 51 past the 36, but leaves him hanging. It's AJ Jones now trying to make a move on the 41. Gatlin down. No, Tom Clancy also getting up here. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, Gilbert Gottfried all over the back bumper of the 62. Brule once again on the outside, trying to protect from Larry Hagen as we're nearing the halfway point in this race. Field definitely settling down. Weird Al now, last car running. Daniel Brule has somehow grabbed 6th from Meatloaf. Now Hagen trying to once again take 7th. 3-car mini breakaway at the front of the field here. Oh, there goes Solid Snake trying to get second back from Gottfried. That's going to allow Park to drive away a little bit. Chong now right here. So is Rosenbrühl. Now Koopa's getting stuck on the high line. Well, AJ Jones is trying to low line. This is interesting. Hagan trying to hold on for 8th now. 3 wide for 4th. Oh, this isn't going to end well, is it? The 13, 51, and 36 were practically all rubbing fenders down the entire length of the front straightaway. The 51 and 13 bump again once, twice. Going to the corner now. Chong trying high now. Rose slides up. Is Brule going to take 4th? I don't know. Here comes Rose back. Steve Carell's gotten around the 50. Caution is out, though. Wayne Brady looks slow. What happened? Did he spin? Yes, he did. What happened? It looks like he just got spun out by James Young. Oh! Anjak came so close to getting just pummeled there. As here's the view from the back of the 99. Everybody trying to sort themselves out. Nobody using this opportunity to come to pit lane. Park, Gottfried, Snake, Rose, Brule, Chong, Meatloaf, Hagan, Richie, Carell, your top 10 running order at the moment. We have a taker, Dwayne Rock Johnson, pits from 34th for field. We saw Miranda Cosgrove do the same. I assume this is for fuel. Right sides. This is a very... I like this move a lot from the 33. I'm a little surprised that at this point, with him being the only person pitting under yellow, that he didn't just put on 4 fresh tires. Maybe he's trying to loosen up the car. But he's going to get fresh tires for what is likely the last going to be 15 laps, I think. Or 16, maybe. And he only lost... He was in 30. He only lost 3 spots by doing that. And he's going to have fresher tires. So it should work out well for him. So Lemmy Koopa's 11th. AJ Jones is 13th. There's Lin-Manuel Miranda in between both of them. Tom Clancy, 14th. Maurice White, 15th. And Billy Joel, Gatlin Downey, Dan, All Might, Martin Freeman, your top 20. Billy Preston, Hilda, Peter Onjak, Tyler Ankrum, Andre the Giant, James Young, Nick Cage, Alex Vignaco, Peter Gabriel, 02. That's top 30. Frank Sinatra, Buddy Lazier, Shade Eves, Weird Al Yankovic, Miranda Cosgrove, Wayne Brady, and Dwayne Johnson. Should be noted there is some damage to the rear of the 29. He didn't actually come down pit road to repair it, so it must not be too major. We're going to go green this time by. It'll be 16 laps to go in the Mobil 1200. Lemmy Koopa trying to do what AJ Jones did last year and chase down the points leader. Townsend had a points lead of over a race at one point, but it was AJ Jones who would end up winning the championship. Pace car down pit road. Steve Park leads him back to green here at New Hampshire. Wayne Brady already making a look. Meanwhile, got to look. Gottfried going for the lead. Brule going for fourth. 3 wide back here for seventh. Richie Hagan and Meatloaf. Godfrey looks like he'll stay in second. Oh, Hagan nearly got in the back of the 30. Or no, that's the 03. Now Solid Snake actually took second. Brule up to fourth. Dwayne Johnson has gained a spot. Oh, 3 wide. Richie, Chong, and Hagan. Oh, Richie and Chong were rubbing in the corner. Gilbert Godfrey back to fourth, beating and banging. Lemmy Koopa trying the inside. Now AJ Jones is right behind him. Meatloaf trying to get runs on the top line. Oh, AJ Jones really checked up mid-corner. Lemmy Koopa's going to greatly benefit from that. Koopa's up to 9th. AJ Jones down to 13th. Side by side for 5th between Jacob Rose and Meatloaf. 4 different manufacturers in the field, all running in the first 4 spots. Solid Snakes, Ram. No, Steve Park's Ram, Solid Snakes, Chevrolet, and then side by side between Daniel Brule's Ford and Gilbert Godfrey's Toyota. Now Solid Snake up at the front here with 12 laps to go. He's looking for the lead going into turn 3. Side by side. Park looks like he'll hang on the outside. Can Snake get some bite coming off the corner? Maybe, maybe not. They tuck in line. Rose in the 6th. Koopa forced wide by Steve Carell. Battle for 9th. Dwayne Johnson looks like he is not gaining a ton of spots, but he is passing some people. Probably thanks to his tires. Now, 10 to go. Solid Snake all over the back of Steve Park. We have no idea if anyone could make it. Dwayne Johnson and Miranda Cosgrove have pitted for a splash of field at some point. Oh, he had that damage. My bad. Snake up here. Oh, we got an interesting. Now Brule coming for 3rd. Brule coming for second, I mean. He's looking to the outside of the 2. Meatloaf trying to... Oh! Nearly contact! Solid Snake nearly just put the race leader in the wall. Yeah, look at that. Dwayne Johnson made a good move pitting for tires. Oh, Gilbert Gottfried nearly into the back of the 2. Trying to move him for sec. 8 to go. Park leads by a couple truck lengths. The 2 and the 27 locked for in battle for position. Solid Snake and the Hardys throwback scheme. Wayne Brady over 2 seconds behind the rest of the field. Dwayne Johnson already up to 32nd. I mean, he's not going to win the race, but he's doing a lot better off than if he hadn't pit. Gottfried, side by side, 6 to go. With the 2 a Solid Snake. Now Brule side by side for third. Gottfried clear to second. Nearly 3 wide towards the back here. They think better. Godfrey, oh my. Godfrey just completely closed up the gap. Oh, Argy Bargy for third. Brule banging his way to the inside as Lionel Richie comes to pit road. I think he's out of gasoline. Who saved enough fuel? Brule third. Meatloaf is in fifth. Oh, here comes Solid Snake with the crossover. Park on the... Is Park pit? Park's pitting for the lead. Coming to 3 to go. He's dry. Meatloaf is dry. Gilbert Gottfried is your new race leader. Daniel Brule is now in second place. Now into 3. Godfrey looking fine. Coming to 2 to go. Anybody else cracking? Rose is out. AJ Jones, your points leader, is out. Lemmy Koopa is staying out, though. Peter Onjak comes in. Lin-Manuel Miranda. Tom Clancy. Nicolas Cage. 02. Weird Al. Look at this. Racing for position. Lionel Richie's going to get around Steve Park. There's Meatloaf. White flag now. Who's staying out? Gilbert Gottfried. Lemmy Koopa. No, who's pitting now? Snake, Carell, Freeman, Ankrum, Gabriel, Giant, Sinatra, Wayne Brady all come in. Gilbert Gottfried has 2 corners to go to win his second career race. Pit road is closed or something. Caution is out. Race is over. Race ends under the caution. Gilbert Gottfried wins over Daniel Brule. Lemmy Koopa fourth. Oh, that was a huge points day. But what even brought out the yellow? Oh! Weird Al and 0-2 came out, and Weird Al got sent up the track and then hit by James Young. With the leaders on the backstretch, but it is Gilbert Gottfried who wins this race. And a huge hit in points for A.J. Jones. Daniel Rule is second. Hagan third. Godfrey's driving through the grass. So is Maurice White. I don't know why. Good runs for Shade Eves. Onjack, of course, Onjack had a terrible day because he does nothing but it. Park, no luck once again. Dominated this race, but foiled by Fuel. Rose with the Heartache Awards somehow. So, going in our next race at Las Vegas, what is our points table looking like? Oh, I was about to say, that's a lot closer than I would have thought. Billy Preston also now very close. He's within a race. A.J. Jones now leads by 24 points over Lemmy Koopa. Gilbert Godfrey jumps up from 31st to 23rd in points with that win. Just his second top 5 and third top 10 of the year. It only led 2 laps prior to today. Wow. Billy Joel, his first top 10 of the season, meaning Tyler Ankram's the only full-time driver without one. Wow. Peter Onjack falls from 27th to 31st in points. What has happened to them this year? I do not understand. Rose was running pretty good all day, ends up falling in 4 spots in points. Taylor Goldsmith falls 6 spots. Hagan's up 7. Makes up for losing 7 at Richmond. And he's only 18 points behind All Might in the Rookie of the Year battle. Anyway, that's the tale of the tape. Join us next time. We'll be at wherever, New Hampshire, not Las Vegas. We'll see you around. For everybody at Western Caves Sports Network, this is announcer Western Caves, and I'm signing off.